What you are about to witness is not just the construction of a machine, but the quiet assembly of the future itself. Inside enormous halls, where silence competes with steel, glass, and data, thousands of people and millions of components move in near-perfect synchronization. This is where the modern automobile is being redefined, not with noise or spectacle, but with precision, patience, and an almost obsessive attention to detail. Every bolt, every cable, every line of code has a purpose, because when this process is complete, lives will be placed inside what is being built here. Across the United States, far from the public eye, the next generation of vehicles is taking shape. These factories do not resemble the noisy production lines of the past. Instead, they operate near like living systems, intelligent, adaptive, and constantly learning. What was once heavy industry has become a fusion of engineering, software, and human craftsmanship. The goal is simple in theory, yet brutally complex in execution. Maximum efficiency, minimal waste, and performance without compromise. Each vehicle begins its life long before it resembles a car. Raw materials arrive from every corner of the country and beyond, tracked digitally from the moment they leave their origin. Aluminum, steel, advanced composites, and battery materials are delivered in precisely timed sequences. A delay of minutes can trigger a chain reaction affecting hundreds of workers and dozens of automated systems. Here, time is not just money, it is structure. Inside the factory, the scale is overwhelming. Robotic arms glide overhead with effortless strength, lifting components that weigh more than a pickup truck. Autonomous transport platforms move silently along the floor, guided by sensors and real-time data. There are no fixed assembly lines anymore. Instead, vehicles move through modular stations, each adapting instantly to the specific configuration ordered by the customer. Gasoline, hybrid, and fully electric vehicles can be built side by side, sharing the same space, the same tools, and often the same hands. This flexibility is no accident. It is the result of years of planning, billions of dollars in investment, and a complete rethinking of how cars should be built in the 21st century. Engineers no longer design factories around vehicles. They design vehicles around factories that can change overnight. Software updates can reconfigure an entire production flow without moving a single wall. As body panels are formed, massive presses shape metal with forces measured in thousands of tons. Flat sheets are transformed into curved structures with tolerances measured in fractions of a millimeter. Every piece is scanned, inspected, and logged. Imperfections invisible to the human eye are detected instantly. Anything that does not meet exact specifications is removed before it can move forward. There is no room for error here, because once assembly progresses, corrections become exponentially more difficult. The body structure is where safety begins. Advanced joining techniques fuse steel, aluminum, and composite materials into a rigid yet lightweight shell. Robots perform thousands of welds, rivets, and bonds in minutes, while human specialists oversee, calibrate, and intervene when needed. This partnership between human judgment and machine consistency defines modern manufacturing. Neither works alone. Once assembled, the body enters a process that protects it for decades to come. Electrocoating baths ensure corrosion resistance down to the smallest cavity. Paint layers are applied with electrostatic precision, reducing waste while achieving flawless finishes. Colors are chosen not just for aesthetics, but for thermal behavior, durability, and environmental impact. Even here, sustainability is engineered, not assumed. While the exterior takes shape, attention shifts inward. Inside the vehicle, comfort and complexity increase dramatically. Wiring harnesses stretch for miles, carrying power and data to every system. Climate control, infotainment, driver assistance, and safety systems are integrated layer by layer. Each connection is verified, documented, and stored in a digital record that will follow the vehicle for its entire life. Quality control is relentless. Inspectors use light tunnels, scanners, and tactile checks to identify the smallest deviation. No machine can replace the human eye or the sensitivity of trained hands. Even in the most advanced factories, experience remains irreplaceable. Every worker understands that what they approve today may be tested years later on a highway, in extreme heat, freezing cold, or sudden emergencies. One of the most transformative elements of this new era is electrification. Battery systems arrive as sealed units, assembled in separate facilities under strict environmental controls. These packs are not simply energy storage devices. They are structural components, thermal systems, and software platforms combined into one. Installing them requires precision, training, and absolute discipline. A single mistake can compromise performance, range, or safety. Electric motors replace traditional engines with near-silent efficiency. Fewer moving parts do not mean simpler engineering. Instead, complexity shifts from mechanical systems to software and electronics. Power delivery, regenerative braking, and thermal management are controlled by algorithms that adapt in real time. Each vehicle learns as it operates, refining its behavior based on data collected every second. Before final assembly, powertrains and bodies meet in a moment manufacturers call the marriage. This is where months of parallel work converge. Guided systems align components with millimeter accuracy as technicians secure them together. It is a quiet moment, but one filled with significance. From this point forward, the vehicle becomes a single entity. As assembly continues, interiors are completed according to customer specifications. Seating, displays, lighting, and materials vary dramatically from one vehicle to the next. Some prioritize minimalism and technology, others luxury and craftsmanship, yet all must meet the same standards of safety and durability. Even decorative elements are tested under vibration, temperature changes, and long-term use simulations. Behind the scenes, logistics teams operate with military precision. Thousands of parts must arrive exactly when needed, no sooner, no later. Storage space is minimized to reduce waste and inefficiency. If a single component is missing, the entire process can stall. To prevent this, digital systems monitor inventory across continents, rerouting shipments in real time when disruptions occur. Data is the invisible backbone of the factory. Every tool, vehicle, and workstation communicates continuously. Sensors track position, torque, temperature, and timing. This information is analyzed instantly, identifying trends and potential issues before they become problems. The factory does not just build cars, it learns from them. Workers are trained extensively, often for months or years, before being certified for specific tasks. The responsibility is immense. Many speak of pride, not just in what they build, but in knowing that their work directly affects the safety of families, travelers, and communities. This sense of purpose permeates the factory floor. As vehicles approach completion, they undergo exhaustive testing. Electrical systems are powered on, software is validated, and mechanical components are exercised. Wheels touch the ground for the first time. Braking systems are pressurized. Steering responds. What was once a collection of parts now behaves like a living machine. Final inspections are meticulous. Any flaw, no matter how minor, is corrected. This stage is not about speed, it is about trust. Customers may never see this process, but their confidence depends on it. When a vehicle leaves the factory, it carries not just technology, but accountability. Outside, the finished vehicles wait, silent and polished, Soon, they will travel highways, cities, and landscapes across America. They will become part of daily life, commutes, road trips, memories. Few will ever know the complexity hidden beneath their surfaces, or the thousands of decisions that shaped their existence. This is how the future of cars is being built in America. Not with spectacle, but with discipline, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to precision. Quietly, methodically, and relentlessly, these factories are redefining what mobility means for the generations to come. And while most of the world remains unaware, the transformation is already complete.